file it with the county election board, voter services, and your name will appear on the ballot.
And then you do the normal campaign things that you do.
Yeah, and a lot of the candidates, their strategy is, well, I'm going to go to the West Norton GOP fundraiser Wednesday night, the Hatfield Republican Party cocktail party Thursday night. Friday, I'm going to the Hatboro Republican Party beef and beer. It's all the same political swamp creatures over and over again, where I have a cup of Joe and I meet a dozen new people at night, or 40 people, whatever it may be, that are new people, not the same old political people. So I took a different type of strategy. I didn't go to the political cocktail parties and all the fundraisers. I went directly to the people, and that hasn't been done on this level of politics.
I wanted to run under the candidacy of no annoying signs. Because I always, the day afterwards, I think there should be some law that the signs have to be gone. And the people that either won or lost and leave the signs on the lawn for months, people leave the holiday decorations up into the next year. It's like, it's over. Take the sign down.
Yeah.
And I've had candidates on here talked about how visceral people will be about not having a sign on their lawn, and how you start looking at the tactics of you want corners and you want lights and you want certain places.
Yeah.
And then the anger over people taking your signs down, the pettiness of that. And I don't think people understand this is a whole undertaking you go into, and it is putting yourself out there, You can't do this. Would you say in your experience you can't do it if you're thin-skinned?
Oh, absolutely, you can't do it. You have to have thick skin,
or you'll just get destroyed.
Oh yeah. And my skin keeps getting thicker. I put up with a lot of stress, and I know that the people I'm upsetting deserve to be upset because they're doing the wrong thing, and I remind myself of that, and I just keep fighting back harder. And it's gotten to the point where it doesn't faze you. The negativity you take. You have to have thick skin.
Have you won anybody over that was formerly not on your side?
I mean, there's Democrats that are active in the Democrat Party that I come across that say, Joe, I don't agree with any of your conservative stances, but I got to tell you got guts, and you stand out in a field of people that aren't as vocal as you, and don't take the heat the way you take the heat. And as a Democrat, I admire it.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, so it definitely is a compliment.
I have people that tell me, I've had people argue with me in the same day, you're too conservative, and people say you're too liberal, and I'm like, that's exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, you're your own guy.
You're your own person, and you're right. There is not a lot of that anymore. Everybody wants you to be cookie cutter in a mold, and thing. Since you've been in office, have you had to buy additional wardrobe, or did you come pre-wardrobe for the office?
Yeah, you got to switch it up. So when I do have free time, I have to go clothes shopping, which is rare. But I guess always switching the ties around and the jackets.
I did an interview with Cecily Tynan, and we talked about the unfairness of clothing. That's why we do radio. Because, you can be wearing a barrel. It doesn't matter.
What's that saying? You have a face for radio?
Yeah, exactly.
Not you, Mark. Not you.
No, radio is the way to go. Less pressure. I mean, I did an interview with her, and she came down, and she just looked magnificent.
Sure.
And I looked like I was there to fix her plumbing, and she just you get knocked down a couple pegs just standing next to her. She doesn't bring you up. You go down.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the unfairness of, and there was a thing years ago where the reporter wore the same suit every day for a year just to see if anybody noticed. But and I told her, I said, I remember there was something she was wearing one day, and I remember glancing on, why is she wearing that? And I thought, who the heck are you to judge her?
Yeah.
I mean, You put your clothes on in the morning by throwing a pitchfork of clothes into the air and running under them. And you're going to judge her choice like, I would wear those shoes with that outfit. And I think that, as you're a snappy dresser, you put some work into it. And you can tell who the boss is. You've got the suit jacket. He's got the polo. But it's gotta be frustrating. Do you ever change clothes multiple times in a day?
Oh yeah, I mean sometimes I have a formal event in the evening, and I'll have to put a suit on with a tie. And earlier in the day, I'm out at a park or a trail site in the county.
You drop down to the polo.
Yeah.
So there's a whole. I'm trying to get the pecking order.
Oh yeah.
What gets you down to a T-shirt? What kind of event?
Only at the house.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand. So you don't drop.
Always
down.
have some type of collar in the public event.
Okay, so that's a rule. There's got to be a collar.
Yeah, it's true. I never thought of that.
Well, see, there's a brochure in this, not a whole book, but a brochure.
Well, again, I told you how I'm a fan of Rizzo. He was notorious for being an immaculate dresser. I mean, his shoes were shined, his hair was perfect, his suits fit him like a glove. And he had a reputation of being an immaculate dresser, and I always thought that was pretty cool and better than being a slob.
Well, he was. Oh, God,
well, it's actually interesting. When he was a beat cop in Philadelphia, he was at I forget what intersection it was, something in Broad or I forget, and the police commissioner at the time was driving by, and he pulled up to this intersection to stop, and Rizzo was standing on the corner in his police uniform. And looked immaculate, fit him well. He had everything perfect. His shoes were shined. And the police commissioner said to the lieutenant or whoever was with him in the car, "Who is that guy on the corner?" And he said, "That's Ralph Rizzo's son, Frank Rizzo." And he said, "Send him to my office tomorrow." And he promoted him, and he went up the ranks. Eventually became police commissioner himself, Rizzo. But he caught the eye due to the way he was dressed. And I always thought that was pretty neat.
No, and it is important, and gravitas is important, and they accent and they complement each other. It is part of, like you just said, that rule that I know you gotta have a collared shirt. It's got to be a collared shirt.
Yeah.
I met with one politician, and I won't say his party or his name or where his office is. But everybody in politics knows who I'm talking about. And he had he came to the meeting and he postponed, and we finally had the meeting, and he had on shorts and a Hawaiian shirt. Now, I like ugly shirts because I think a really good ugly shirt just screams out, I don't give a crap. And I respect that.
Yeah.
But we're having a meeting, and I was like,
I've seen it.
I said, we're not wearing ties anymore? I mean, you're turning me into my father here.
Yeah.
No jacket, no tie, air conditioner not working in the office. And it was casual, but it wasn't a casual topic, so it was a mixed message.
Yeah.
And I think you're a very sharp dresser, and when I saw you the thing, guy with me said, it's Joe Gale. I said, who's Joe Gale? And I said, the guy that looks like he walked away from his fashion shoot or something. He's just mingling with people. And yeah, it was funny. The conversation to narrow down who you were was, I said, the guy, it was polo shirt, which is what I'll call him. Was next to you. I said, the guy with the product in his hair in a suit next to polo shirt. That's just, I got the right guy. But he's Polo. Yeah. It's Joe and his sidekick Polo.
You got to look the part.
Yeah, and if you look the part, and you've got a potential career of now, you could do this for 20 more years, like you said, which probably would scare the hell out of
sure it
all
does.
These people that are fighting you, because at some point, you're going to be, not necessarily, but you're going to be standing over there like in Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Because ultimately time is all of our master, But I anything you want to say to the constituents? And I wish you luck and thank you for coming.
Oh, I'm thrilled to be here. I enjoyed the interview. It was a fun time, and I appreciate the opportunity. And to anyone listening, thank you as well for taking the time out of your schedules to listen and learn a little bit more about me. It's an honor and privilege to serve as your county commissioner, and I would love to hear from the public. My website is joegale.com. The last name is Gale. My Facebook page is Vote Joe Gale. You can go on and like my page. I update it every day. And please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd like to hear what your concerns are. If you have any feedback, I'd love to hear that as well and to keep in touch with them.
If anybody wants to send free guitar lessons, votejoegale.com.
That ship sailed many years ago. Yeah. I wasn't very musically inclined.
If there was videos and somebody had a video and they said, we're going to play it, would you just go, stop, don't do that, please?
Yeah, everybody would. It'd hurt their ears. It would hurt their ears.
Well, music's lost its politics game. Thank you very much. Hit the button, Russell.